Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Erupt and welcome back to another Overwatch video. Today's video I will be discussing should you buy Overwatch and what the game's all about, along with my review of the game so far. So I'd like to just mention all the content in the game and give my opinions on it, telling you guys if it is worth what you are paying. So let's start off with the price tag. And now that in UK is mostly £42 from most supermarkets, or you can get this for about £50, and then in the US I believe it's $60 and some places $80, so it's a pretty high price. But that is for a reason. There will be free character DLC throughout the entire game, and I will try and tell you guys that in a more detailed way in a different video, so you guys can get a better grip to terms with what I mean. But this game is centered around 4 different game modes with 6 players on each team. So the 6 players on each team have a selection of 5 different classes. We have offensive, defensive, support, and tank, and this has 21 playable characters. 21 playable characters, all coming with very unique abilities, specials, and all sorts of cool tricks up their sleeve. So it's definitely worth it in terms of character. You've got a wide variety, and there's always something new that you can get to grips with in terms of the game, and you can also learn to play as different styles, mix and match with your friends, and that's really good if you have a friend to play with, because it always allows a fresh new game to come up if you want to test out something new just for one game, and it could end up being really fun. So as I mentioned, there are 4 different classes, and these classes all vary in what they can do. You have offensive, which is for you guys that like to go quick, so if you want a quick based game, then play as offensive. You've got defensive, heavier characters, slightly more health than the offensive, and they can definitely hold their lines. And then we have support, who are all about holding back, so if you like to play long range, the support class is perfect for you, along with some snipers, some bow and arrows, and then all sorts of goodies that you guys would love if you like to hang back. And then last but not least, we have the tank. And the tank subclass has the most health out of everything, and then that is the one that is meant for just running in there and bashing everything and possibly leading the game mode to a win. That's the guy that's supposed to push the line forward and then have a lot of fun. Really great to play as one of those, because it's absolute carnage once you get deep enough into the playing field. Now, there's something bad about this game, is that there is no campaign. For a hero shooter of this caliber and this type of style, then I would have loved to see a campaign, but unfortunately we're not getting one, and that's okay, because there are possibly going to be some new things coming in DLC, but that'll all be free, so you don't have to worry about any of the things coming in from DLC being too much for you to afford if you have already purchased the game. Then we have the game modes. Now the game modes provide plenty of content and plenty of variety, mainly for the reason that you always have 2 different sides to play on, kind of like a game called CSGO where you're attacking or you are defending, and there's a lot of variety when you add that into a game. So the first game mode we have is called Escort, and this will be based around a payload that you have to take from one side of the map to the other, or you have to keep the enemy from taking it from this side of the map to yours. You go through all sorts of different checkpoints, and each time you go to a checkpoint you have an extended duration of time to get it to the objective. Now what you can do is push the escorting team back far enough that you can push the payload back, and then they have less time to get it to the objective. Really chaotic game mode, really fun. There's always different things to do, because anyone could be on any rooftop, and there's a lot of things that you've got to keep your eyes out for. Communication is vital in this game mode. It's really fun in all sorts of different ways. And then the next game mode is called Assault. This is where you literally just have to assault 2 objectives that the enemy have. You've just got to assault 2 objectives that the enemy have, and that provides plenty of gameplay, because as soon as that game's finished, then the next game you finish is likely going to be a variation where you defend the objectives, and that's all sorts of different content right there. And then we have Hybrid, which is a mix of attack and defense games, and then last but not least we have Control. This can have 2 rounds, or you can have 3 rounds, depending if both teams win a round each. So what happens is you have a hardpoint type of thing in the middle of the map, and then one team has to get it, and then they have to get it all the way to 100%, which takes time, whilst the other enemy team starts assaulting it and chucking everything into this little area where the hardpoint is. If you successfully get the objective to 100% on your team's side, then you win the game and you go on to the second round, and if you win the second round, then you get the win. But if the enemy wins the second round, then you're on to a stalemate, which is the 3rd round, and that's the one that determines all the winning. So that's my favourite game mode out of everything, because it's all focused in one little area. Very fun to play, especially with friends. So this game's definitely got a lot of content, and not too much is bad about this game. They like to pay attention to what the fans say. They're always keeping up to date with it. People on Twitter showing fan art, showing new things, and also showing all sorts of fixes that will be coming to the game if anyone finds any. Not too much going on in terms of problems with the game at the minute. It runs smoothly, and everyone seems to be having a great time mixing and matching their characters together. So if I had to recommend this game to you, then I would definitely say purchase it if you like first-person shooters. games, especially with a lot of fun added in. It's not just a very serious game. If you're playing with friends, this game becomes so fun and very based around communication. So make sure you know what you're doing when you're in this game, as in talking to people. If you don't want to talk to people, the game could become slightly harder. So if you're more of a solo player, then this game I'm not sure if it's for you, because this is really based around working as a team and staying in a party. But that's my take on the game. I recommend you purchasing it if you like to play as a group, talk and have fun at the same time, as well as winning the objective. But if you don't like having no campaign and you don't like cartoony graphics, or it's something like that that really bugs you, then this game is full of that. So if you don't like to do that, then I wouldn't say spend your money on this, because that is a lot of money dedicated to one game, but you will be getting free DLC, so it's a bit of a balance out there, guys. So that's all for today. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this on social media for more Overwatch gameplay. My name's been Erupt, and have a great day.